Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, Defender of the Golden Throne and Servant of Humanity. Welcome in, everyone. I apologize for being a little late. It's been a lot trying to pull together all the stuff we need for today at a very, very, very last minute. So, hello. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's game. We had a lot of fun. And now we're gonna be doing something a little different. Should be like the same-ish. It's a similar vibe, but a different game. So, yes, it's round 2, but like with different lists. So, I'm moving stuff around on my desk so I'm a little more organized. Okay. Whew. I was running around this morning trying to get things done. I didn't get any information about this until like an hour ago. So I had to rush doing a couple things. But it should be fun. It should be fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's very chaotic, but it'll be a very, very good time. So I don't know when everyone else will be ready. I'm not sure where Froggy is at in terms of her list. I'm tuning into her stream. She's doing the thing. I don't think she has a list ready. I was getting distracted. I was watching, I was watching her stream and she was talking about American food. Talking all about American food and all the additives, which is not completely wrong. She said she doesn't trust American food. Let's see. Okay, she's typing. We'll see how things are gonna go. Hang on, we're gonna work something out. We may have to reschedule this. It's very, very last minute, getting all this information like an hour ago, which is fine. It was a lot to put together, so like kudos to Wasted for doing it, but maybe we have to figure out and do something else. We may have to reschedule this. Big sad, but we'll think of something else. We'll think of something else to do, and I'll change the thumbnail on... There we go. Hello, nerds. Hello, nerds. Welcome in. We are trying to determine whether or not we are playing this game today. Maybe we'll do it next week. And we'll talk about other stuff. We'll see. It's very rushed, but that's okay. It is a wild stream. I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing, because I don't think we'll be able to make it work. Because she needs another hour to get everything together, but I've got stuff to do later, and I don't think the game will be like too long, but it might be too long. What's a domesticated stream? Good point. I have no idea. wild stream, that's just me doing whatever. I had a plan. But now it's not going. So, that's okay. We'll figure it out. I think there's some stuff I need to react to for like Warhammer stuffs. So I guess we're gonna find out here in a little bit. We'll talk in the meantime. Well, maybe I should change the title? Actually, I might change the title. I'm gonna change titles really fast. And the categories. Here, we're gonna switch it up. Yeah, we might just have to reschedule. Okay. And maybe I'll make a quick thumbnail change. Okay, I'm changing the category, and it looks like, I apologize, guys, I guess, big TTS game rescheduled. I'm gonna pin that. There we go. There. Okay, and then I'll put it on here. Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of things. I'm just gonna pin it on both sides, so that way people know that stuff changed. I'm gonna make a quick thumbnail and change it on YouTube so that people don't get upset when I'm not doing the thing I thought I was gonna do. Let's do this. How's everyone today? Did everyone keep their fingers yesterday? For those of you in the United States celebrating the 4th of July, did you guys get to keep your fingers? I hope you did, because I asked you to. Good, all the fingers are intact. I got all 5 fingers, 3 on this hand, 2 on the other one. Oh, no. No. Oh. All right, 1 second. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thumbnail thing. Fireworks kept going off until like 4 a.m. The dog was not happy. Ooh, is your dog like an older dog? Because I could definitely see that being a, you know, an issue. I can definitely see that being an issue. I know my dog, when he got older, he had a lot of those problems. And he got scared of fireworks. It was so sad because he was such a very like courageous dog for the most part. When he got older, I think it startled him because he couldn't hear as well. It was very sad. I was like, oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Wait, 1 moment. Changing the thumbnail. Sorry, it takes a little extra work. I don't want people to be confused when I have minis on my stream and then I'm not doing minis. There we go. Now the thumbnail is updated and I feel better. Okay. Ooh. It's hitting my mic, smacking my mic. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. You still have your mechadendrites? I mean, I do, yeah. I kept them all. I wasn't messing around with fireworks. Got to see some, which was nice. I'm a huge fan of fireworks, especially, I mean, I won't lie. Disney has really, really good fireworks. They have great fireworks shows. Sorry, responding to people because now we're coordinating when we're gonna do it next. Yeah, fireworks at Disney, it's really, really good. I'm not like the recent stuff they've been doing with the lights on the castles. Like, oh, it's fine, but the fireworks are great. You live next to Disney, you see it every night. Yeah. I've seen some places where it's like you just get out on your balcony and you can just see them. I'm like, ah, that's pretty cool. But definitely means you can't go to bed before like 9 p.m., right? It definitely means well, it depends on how close they are to you. But I think they're pretty cool. I don't get to see them very often. Sorry, I'm going back and reading the messages because I wasn't, oh, I need to change. Second. This too. Edit. Boom. Boom. There we go, got it. Let's see. Down the road, but easily visible for the fireworks. Sorry. I'm hopping around trying to figure out what's like all the different like questions and stuff. Fun question, do you know the name of the chapter that has a shark as their symbol for Space Marines? I'm like, is this like a trick question? Like, the immediate gut answer is the Carcharodons. Like that's like the gut response. I was like, is there some other shark themed one that I'm not aware of? Because they're pretty popular. There we go. There we go. GW is so creative. I mean, I say they've come up with a lot of cool stuff, so I don't want to be like, oh, like, yeah, could they be more creative on a couple things? Probably. But as some things are, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It could be significantly worse. I think they've done a pretty decent job so far. Oh, I can close this out. Yes. Quit Tabletop Simulator. Good. Yes, I did see the concept art that got posted. I actually saw it in advance of it getting posted. I just hadn't responded to it yet in the server, but I did see it. I did see it. It is very, very cool. I thought it was pretty awesome. But yeah, I did see it. I just hadn't gotten to responding. Because I was spending my whole morning setting up all of like my lists and stuff that I was planning to use today, but we didn't get around to it, so I was like, oh, Oh, okay. So, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I was definitely sleeping when it got posted. Have you met the Leagues of Votann yet? No, I haven't. I've heard people really enjoy Votann, but I've never really gotten into it. Never really gotten into it. I'm still an Imperium girly. I'm still an Imperium girly, so trying to get into new factions are like, not so much. I don't care for that. I don't care for that. I just want another chill anime now that Apothecary Diaries is over. Wait, Steven. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't looked into it too hard because I'm still finishing up the second season. But didn't they just say that they're doing 2 more seasons of that show? Aren't they renewed for season 3 and season 4? So, like, it's not over. Yeah, there's no more episodes right now, but there's more later. So they're like, it was like legit. Yeah, just the season's over, but it's okay. Nah, you exaggerate too much. It's not over. It's over when the show is canceled, that they no longer make episodes when it's done. It's not over. So they did just get renewed, I think, for season 3 and season 4. The light novel has more content, but the season is past the manga. Oh, interesting. I was thinking about reading the mangas. I just don't have as much time as I'd like to read things. That's okay. No, I know you just meant season 2 is finished, but like, no need to be sad. They're coming out with more episodes, and I really like the writing, so yeah. Anyway, so I just a heads up, I changed the name of the stream. We're gonna be doing a slightly different thing. I guess we're gonna do Ask Me Anything. It can just be asking me stuff, or it can be specifically about Warhammer. We can talk about whatever. Just, I didn't have anything, like, specific that I planned to discuss. So, so definitely, we'll just talk about whatever. Did you catch up on it? I have 2 more episodes of season 2 to watch, and then I will be completely caught up. I'm planning to watch those today. It's part of my very important plans after stream. Yeah, I apologize, everyone. We had to kind of change the plan. Originally, we were going to play a very fun and chaotic battle royale tabletop game. Different rules from yesterday, but Froggy couldn't start for like another hour, and I've got commitments, and then another guy. It's like, it would be a really late start for him, because he's not in the UK. I don't know where he is. He's somewhere in Europe, but he's like a few more hours ahead of them. So I think by the time that we'd get started, it'd be like 10 or 11. So it was like, oh, it wasn't gonna work out. So, yeah. What is gonna happen with Henry Cavill's Warhammer show? Oh, I hope it goes well. Like, I don't want it to suck. I think they're more likely to do an animated show than a live action one. Live action is very expensive. Not that animated ones aren't, but I think they're gonna lean towards something animated, because trying to do all of the trying to have CGI like Space Marine armor is gonna be a pain. And I hope it leans more towards like an Eisenhorn show. I think that would be really cool, and it would get like people slowly introduced. It's not a novel opinion on what I think will happen. Not even close. It's just like, that would make the most sense. You want to choose something that's like somewhat safe and something that'll get people interested. and having a well-written kind of mystery-esque show, James Bond. I feel like that's a really good way to go. Oh. I prefer an animated one, to be honest, but then they'd probably just put it on Warhammer TV. I mean, they could, but think of it this way. The importance of working with Amazon is that so that people see it. They may be able to be like, oh, let's just, they could do a live action, but the whole point is that people see it and that they don't have to spend maybe a lot of money up front to take care of that. If they're willing to do something that's a little safer, then in the future, if it goes well, they'll probably do more live action stuff. With Amazon, you just want to be seen. GW wants more people to watch their shows. They want more people to participate. All of that. CGI is too much. I get why, but man, I'd love some nice prop armor. Yeah, prop armor would be really, really nice, but like, you guys have seen Lord of the Rings, most of you, I hope. And if you haven't, go watch Lord of the Rings, dang it. Go watch Lord of the Rings, okay? But, like, you saw how in-depth that whole operation was. So things could be, like, very accurate or, like, very realistic. That is just so hard to do for Warhammer. I mean, like, even, like, what the best version you could do is like a foam or a lightly 3D printed armor set. If we're just talking Space Marine armor, if we're going to, like, one of the harder things to do, like, oh my gosh, that would be a nightmare. That would be an absolute nightmare. You'd need such, like, a long time to, like, get that taken care of. Yeah, if done right, it would 100% be an intro to the 40k. Yeah, it would be good. I think if they do it right, it's an intro to 40k that could be really, really good. So the whole point is just to make something palatable and interesting enough so people start looking into Warhammer. So that's why I think they'll lean towards an animated one and probably won't put it on Warhammer Plus, because you want people to see it. You won't just leave it on your own niche website. I want a Muppet Warhammer 40k show. No. I'm sorry. The Muppets cannot be involved in Warhammer. They just can't. They just can't. There's, like, a lot of things that are, like, more serious in Warhammer, and the Muppets are, like, the complete and utter opposite of that. No, that sounds terrible. I would hate that with a burning passion. I like the Muppets. I think the Muppets are funny. Swedish Chef and Beaker are among my favorites. No. No. Miss Piggy as an Inquisitor? No. No. She'd be like a planetary governor who's not very good at, like, taking care of her people. She would be investigated for heresy. That's what that would be. No. No, see, and also Warhammer's a little too complicated for the Muppets to, like, accurately do. It's not like what they did a version of, like, The Wizard of Oz, right? That's simple. It's got set characters. It's pretty straightforward. Warhammer is way too complicated for all of that. Isn't Muppets Warhammer just Emperor TTS? No. 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 Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Yeah, what did you start, Ben? I never thought I'd get into this conversation. This is like... This is cursed. Like, what the heck? A puppet is not the same thing as a Muppet. Let's make that clear. The Disney Muppets are already weird enough. Yeah, parts of it can be. But overall, the Muppets aren't terrible. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, we're gonna change the subject. This is too weird. This is too weird. I don't like it. This is not what I was like expecting for like this conversation, and I don't like it. Let's see. I'm going back and looking at messages. What were we talking about before this? Oh, this is terrible. I'm seeing some of the messages I missed, and the Inquisition should get a lot of you. And I see my mods trying to bait me about Lord of the Rings. Trying to bait me, I see that. Yeah, this is like a Warhammer question stream. I saw the title and hopped on. Yeah, it's... Ignore the people that are being weird with the Muppets and Warhammer. But yeah, so you can ask me any questions. You can ask a Warhammer-related question. If I know the answer, I'll tell you. And if not, we'll look it up and we'll find out. Or do something. So feel free to ask questions. We're just chatting today. We originally had a TTS game scheduled, but just due to time constraints and a bunch of stuff, it just didn't work out today. But it looks like we'll have one planned for next week, in theory. So, oh gosh. And see, then we're gonna get the questions I don't know how to answer. Which wind of magic would you want to master? Wind of magic. I don't know what this is. Oh, yes, that's from Warhammer Fantasy. Oh, I don't even know enough of these. Oh. Ooh, Thank you, Sean. I'm looking at it. 'Cause this is from Warhammer Fantasy. So there's, I'm not gonna try to say the names because I don't think I'm gonna say them right, but there's 8 different winds of magic and their associated colors and lore. So there's the red wind, the lore of fire, blue wind, the lore of heavens, yellow wind, the lore of metal, brown, lore of beasts, green, lore of life, white, the lore of light, purple, lore of death, and gray, lore of shadow. Leaning towards fire, but I also like light. But heavens, what's that one about? Let's look. No. I will continue to use an ad blocker. You can't stop me. No, I'm gonna say light. Fire or light. I'm leaning towards light. That's what I'm going with. That is my answer. Is Froggy gonna visit you or you visit Froggy? I tried to make that sound normal and I made it sound worse. Thank you, Red Devil, for the bits. I hope so. We're talking about it. It depends on a couple things. She is potentially talking about whether or not she's gonna go to TwitchCon. It's a matter of, there's a couple things that need to get like worked out. If she goes to TwitchCon in the US, we will find a way to meet up. So she said she had to look at a couple things first and she'd let me know next week. So if she's not going, then it'll be hard to kind of figure something out. No, I want to go to the UK at some point. Just timing wise, things are a little difficult to make something like that happen. It's just gonna be, it won't work for the current situation, which is okay. It is what it is. So I would love to one day. And Grand Kismet, thank you so much for resubscribing. And Rice Hill, thank you so much. Subscribe for 12 months. Dang. Thank you very much. So yeah. It would be nice to go over there. No, it's not related to economic recessions. It's more like life stuff and trying to plan and schedule things. So it's not about that. I could do it. It would require a bit of planning and a little bit of saving, but yeah, it would be nice to. But we will see. Might not be anytime soon. We'll find out. Finding time off can be rough. Yeah, That is the hardest part when you have a job, especially one as important as mine, like, you know, guarding the Imperial Palace. Kind of hard to get a day off. Like, I'm already asking for a lot by streaming and saying, like, hey, can I get some time off to work on our PR, our public relations? So, you know. Will we ever see the craft rules become as fleshed out in-game rules and lore similar to how the Imperium is? I would say if they were gonna do that, they would have done it when they released the new Eldar models. That is my answer. So I really doubt they're gonna go back to it. Like, if they hadn't released new models, there would be an opportunity for them to get into that information. But yeah, Wasted, I agree with you. Hi, by the way. They don't like Eldar. Be very surprised if we get any lore on the scale they have for the Imperium. Yeah, no. I agree. I think that's gonna be a hard thing. A hard thing to do. 1 second. Come on. There we go. But yeah, it would be nice. It'd be nice to get more lore. I'm not like opposed. I'm not opposed at all. With the lore of metal, you could just make infinite money and bribe your way to power. Just a thought. Well, Jonah, see, thank you for the super chat. Money is not my objective, and power is not my objective either. Also, I think you have not considered the consequences of just making money. Yeah, like there are consequences that just comes to making like money in that manner. So I'm sorry that neither of those are my goal. Would it be nice to have more money? Yes, but I've found that it's better to be content. I think it's much better to be content with what you have. It is always nice to have more, but it inevitably causes problems. So, yeah. Alright, I think we'll unpin this after 10 minutes. And go away. Boom. Done. There we go. Go away. The hunt for the money is the one that seems unending. Yeah, it is unfortunate that a lot of stuff is like revolves around that, but it is just it's just a natural consequence of the world we live in. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyways. How is my plastic crack addiction going? It's actually, it is quite addictive. I like building them. I like building them. Painting them is another story, but that's like everyone for the most part. I've currently cut myself off. I used to put like minis up on my a throne page, which is a page where people could like donate and stuff, and everyone bought the minis for me. And I love building them, but I need to paint them, so I said I need to paint like all or most of them before I put more back up on the page. So yeah, with the exception is if they come out with a Custodes box, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go do that. Let us get you a Titan for the meme. No, that's wildly irresponsible. It's wildly irresponsible. I still haven't built my knight. I need to build my knight. So, maybe one day. I absolutely did not order another Norn Emissary last night partway through the game. I was supposed to be banned for more plastic, but you already had one. Why did you need a second one? Oh no. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. He was weak. Guys, make sure. Talk to someone if you have a problem. You need to talk to someone. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. The flesh is weak and the wallet is empty. Well, well, yeah. Oh no. No, I still don't even have, let's see, how many... Oh, it's been such a long time since we talked about it. I forget how big my Custodes army is. I don't think it's... I don't remember how many points it is. I can't remember if it's just over 1,000 or just under. It's one or the other. Buy the Titan Warlord for charity? For charity? Look, if I'm gonna get a Titan Warlord, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. Oh, I have 2,085 points. Oh. But that was before the points change. Yeah, but I don't have the Dreadnought in my hands yet. So, like, I don't even have... I don't even have, like, a loadout for that. Terminators got cheaper. Oh, that means I gotta paint more. Oh. Dang it. It's fine. I don't need a ton of dudes. It's all good. I just gotta sit down and paint them. I got a can. I have to see how well this is gonna work. I actually got a can of Retributor armor to spray on my minis, so I don't have to spend 50 million hours painting them with my just regular pot. So we're gonna try that. I think that'll help me like get more of them done. Maybe I should take my minis that are... I have a lot of them built, so if I just go out there and I prime them and then paint them, that might help. Might help. Maybe one day, maybe not anytime soon, maybe we'll do like a 24-hour paint stream. Or a long one, a long painting stream. A really, 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 really long one. Have you seen... Oh, thank you, Jonah, for the super chat. Have you seen the Dark Crystal movie? It was made by the same guy who made the Muppets, but you couldn't tell by watching it. I've heard and seen clips from the Dark Crystal movie, and it looks like a movie that would, like, traumatize children. So, and even as, like, I think I watched some clips as, like, a teenager, and I was like, oh my, this looks twisted. It looks twisted and terrible. Oh, gosh. So no, I have not seen it, thankfully. In a similar vein, not exactly, I watched, let's see, when did I watch Labyrinth? It was like several years ago. I was also put off by that movie. Real creepy. I'm like, oh, this guy's a weirdo. Why is he being this way towards like a child? I hate that. No. Just... no. I don't know. David Bowie did a very good job at being creepy. Very, very creepy. But yeah, so no, I've not. Thank goodness. Is Zinch behind the Lamenter's bad luck curse? Nathaniel, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He could be, but I don't know why he would care so much about one group of Space Marines. Unless he wanted to be, like, extra suffering, extra spicy suffering. I could see it, but... it seems like a lot for something. It's like, it's only like a couple guys, not a big deal. So... isn't suffering more Slaanesh? I mean, they're all kind of, like, into the suffering business. But like there's like suffering to some extent for all of them, but I think like specifically like Tzeentch really just likes to mess with people. Make you feel hopeless when you think there's hope and dash your dreams. Sorry, I gotta drink a lot of water. I did not drink enough water yesterday. I had like, I have my hydro flask here. It's like 28 ounces. And across like the 6 hours, I think I only drank that one bottle. And I was like, when I got off stream, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So I like Plague Papa Nurgle. Pick again. You don't get to like any of the Chaos Gods. It's heresy. You're just not allowed to. It's 30 degrees in the UK. We're all almost dying from the heat this week. Oh yeah, what is that? That's like in the 90s Fahrenheit-ish. Ish. $86 degrees Fahrenheit. What's the humidity? You give me a reasonable humidity temperature and I won't make fun of you. Yeah, okay, there we go. 40 plus in mainland Europe. Yes, complain about that. 100%. But I also understand humidity is a huge factor and makes things like 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Yes, thank you, Crafting Gamer. I agree. Slaanesh is more physical suffering that brings pleasure. Tzeentch is more like psychological suffering. Yes. Are there any 40k games you would like to play on stream but haven't yet? On stream, it's hard to say. I don't really follow all of the various Warhammer games. I've heard there are a bunch that are good, but I don't typically feel compelled to play video games. I kind of like, okay, we're gonna play this game because that's on the schedule and that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm not like, oh, I really want to play a particular game. I've never really had a situation like that where I've wanted to play a particular game. So there's games I've heard that are good, but I know they all come with like a learning curve. One that will likely be like more for me. Actually, I guess Darktide would be one. Darktide would be one. No Space Marine 2 streams is so long. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, thank you, Paranoia. I hope you are just relaxing. Enjoy your weekend. Do I have a dream 40k game that I want made? Oh gosh. I've never really thought about that. I'm a huge fan of Bolt Gun, so I love Bolt Gun. Okay, I guess if I... Okay. Here it is. Okay, there's two. There's two now. I would find a rogue trader game that was more framed in like a Baldur's Gate 3 format. I think that could be really fun. That would be cool. I think that would be really fun because I really enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3. But on top of that, I think as like a silly fun game that would just be so stupid. Primarch dating sim. Trust me, I like the Grimdark. Don't look at this and be like, oh my gosh, she's only here for the romance, and that's not true. I like the Grimdark, and I like how things are. I just have to say the Primarch dating sim is a joke. I don't actually mean it, but I think it would be funny. I think it'd be really funny. I think it would be great. But I would love to play Rogue Trader, but there's just so many things you have to do. I think a Baldur's Gate 3 version of it would make it a little more it would be a lot easier to stream. So I'm still glad I missed the KFC dating sim stream. Did you not even watch the VOD? It wasn't even that bad. It was pretty, it was so mild. It was so mild. Why didn't you watch it? It wasn't like anything bad happened. It was just cringy and it was kind of funny. You forgot about VODs? How do you forget about VODs? It was just stupid, that's all it was. Have I tried Space Marine 2 Siege mode yet? No, the only time I really play video games nowadays is on stream. I don't have time to play video games because streaming is my hobby. Streaming is my hobby. So I'm like, oh, nope, I haven't. It's been such a long time since I booted up Space Marine 2. I would say it was in the fall of last year. Ah, man. It would be so nice to play video games. It's also hard. I've said this before, and I will say it a bazillion more times. Since I'm newer to video games, my head hasn't always been in the space of oh, let's go play this game for a couple hours. Let's go do that. That's not really something that I'm accustomed to. The only game that I really felt that way towards was when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I was dragging my friend when we first played. I was like, come on, please play. I want to play this game so bad. It sounds like so much fun. Let's do it. So I was dragging them to play it with me. And it was so great. And just because the game was exciting, and aside from that, it's just I never feel super compelled to go just play a video game in my free time. My sibling, I love Harry Potter. My sibling got me Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy, and it's a cool game. It's really kind of fun, and I've played a bit of it, but unfortunately, I don't make the time to go play it, and that's not my idea of A, busy, and B, my idea of relaxing isn't playing a video game. And it is very enjoyable. I think it's an interesting game, and I think it could be really fun if I picked it back up and played it again. I wouldn't mind that at all. It's just a matter of time for the most part. So that's just sad, because I know I have that game on the shelf and it's oh wow, it would be nice to play that because it's just so cool, but nah. Have you ever heard of Warhammer 40k? Think you might like it. What is this Warhammer 40k? Tell me about it. Who are the main characters? What's the plot? Thanks for the super chat. Advice on where to take Sanguinius out on a date? Nathaniel, I will not be giving you any advice on where to take Sanguinius out for a date. Because he's my husband, and I'm not going to tell you how to ask him out. Okay? I'm not giving you that private information. I'm not gonna tell you. What's your idea of relaxing besides Taco Bell? This is so bad. I don't know what I've... Man, I used to relax more often. Does watching a YouTube video or watching a show while I eat lunch or dinner, does that count? I've been trying to be better. I like naps. Naps are good. I like good naps. No, I'm sure I have an actual answer. I've just been very busy as of late, so I'm trying to think. I was like sometimes I'll take a moment and I'll like scroll on my phone for a little bit. And I guess naps. I'm okay. Don't worry. Thank you, Red Tail Wolf. I'm fine. I've been enjoying some of my shows recently. So I guess that's kind of been relaxing. So like watching shows when I eat is nice. I would say, let's see. Yeah, naps for sure. I really love a good nap. Let me think if there's anything else. Before I used to like do a lot of reading. Now because I listen to the audiobooks, I don't do it as much. It's more like when I'm driving. I did recently, I will say, this was probably, oh gosh, it was like a month ago now. I found a really cool seed on a Minecraft map. It was a really cool area. It's like a basin with cherry blossom trees around it. Like I saw it on the internet and I was like, okay, I want to play a little bit of Minecraft as like a version of my Stardew Valley. And I decided it was like, this area was like 12,000 blocks away from spawn. So I've made it my mission to go there and I want to settle in that area. Even though I've played Minecraft and I've beaten the game, I'm like, that kind of sounds like nice just to build a aesthetic place. But at the same time, I'm also like, oh, well, I've already played the game. What's the point of me building a house? This is what becoming an adult is like. Like, not to be a downer, but some things are like, wow, that feels kind of futile. Why would I do this thing if like I've already done it? Why would I do it again? Unless it's like I'm hanging out with someone. Like if it's a video game where I'm enjoying the company of a person and we can play together. So for example, I have my friend Kyra that I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 with. I've already beat the game. I've already played through it once. But I'm playing it with her because it is a thing that I'm doing with a friend. I enjoy spending time with her. It's like and she's never played it, so like us getting to experience that together is like a lot of fun. So, but I wouldn't play Baldur's Gate 3 by myself again. Like I might with another friend, but that's it. So yeah, so even like I haven't gone back to that Minecraft world, even though I think it would be really cool to build stuff in there. Part of me is like, man, what is the point? I could be doing other things. So perhaps I'm a little bit of a workaholic. I think my life would look differently if I streamed, but I think I would still work hard. Anyways, sorry. I was not expecting it to. Not expecting it to go like that. Fix that. There we go. Work equals joy. This work, yes. I do enjoy streaming. There is a part of it where I consider it work. It is a hobby, and I do have to put a lot of effort into it. So I wouldn't just straight up call it like, oh, it's immediately fun. There is work involved, but I do enjoy it. My other job, yes. You know, standing guard isn't always fun, but it can be at times. It's the people you're with that's like the more important part. And don't worry, I do take the time to have fun. I got to play, yesterday I got to play some Dungeons and Dragons, which I haven't done in a while. We took a big break and then all of us got very busy. So we finally got to play after like a long hiatus. And we're gonna start playing again. So that'll hopefully be like a nice, like relaxing, fun thing that gets integrated back into my schedule, which I've been grateful for. It's been very, very nice. I got burnt out during Act 3 for Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, no, there's a lot going on in Act 3, but it's worth it. Finish the game. It's really cool. Trust me, I use my PTO, but some of the PTO I use is so I can hang out with you guys. I wish I was kidding. But sometimes my PTO is just straight up like it goes to this. Like I was on vacation a few weeks ago, which was very nice. I was just unfortunate, like very busy. No, I also did have PTO for stream. That's why I wasn't around for like a few weeks ago. But I feel bad when I'm gone for too long. I feel bad about it. Cause I'm like, I want to hang out with you guys, and Is it module or homebrew? It's homebrew. It's kind of Warhammer-esque. It's Warhammer inspired, let's just say, for the D&D session that I'm part of. So, Warhammer inspired, and it was really good. It was really, really good. Did you remember where you were in the D&D campaign, or spend an hour trying to remember? We did like a recap. So like for the first like 30-40 minutes, we kind of went over like the highlights, because we had just like sieged a really important area. It was like huge, like capital of the world type huge. So we kind of went through like, okay, this is what happened for the last like couple sessions before we stopped. So we did like a nice little summary of everything. So yeah, we did go through a couple things, and then our GM retconned a couple stuff and said, okay, this is going to be different. This is a little different. Overall, just fine though. What edition? It's mostly 5e, but it has like homebrew components. So no, it's 5e, but there are a couple, like there's like one of our characters is homebrewed quite a bit. My character has got some special things that I got approved by my GM. So yeah, actual D&D, but the setting has a lot of like is very Warhammer inspired. So yeah. Honestly, and not that you can't have a campaign that isn't like all about homebrew, but I feel like homebrew is like the best way to run a Dungeons and Dragons system. And yes, I have been a DM before. Nothing too terribly long. I've DM'd stuff, but I don't feel as much like joy in putting it together. I've just had not great players that have made my life difficult. There's some players that I'm like, oh wow, I really enjoy your character and I like taking the time to do special things for you. And then others that were just not like that, but that's not really important. Yeah, it's really easy to get burnt out when you're a dungeon master. But it's a lot of fun. Anyways. Oh. Yeah, doing a stretch. Yeah, I stayed up a little late. And on top of that, stream was very long yesterday. Stream was very, very long, so I got wiped out pretty quickly. But I'm all good. I'm all good. Yeah, I'm eepy all the time now. It's just, it cannot be helped. I'm always gonna be yawning. Always yawning. Ugh. Is this the campaign where you first heard of the Hawk Boy? No, that was a different campaign with a different DM. But it's the same characters because a bunch of my friends really like the characters. And we wanted to keep playing with them, so we started up a new game without that DM because he was toxic. He was toxic, and we switched it up. But anyways, let's see. Was any Warhammer stuff that? Tell me, guys. Any recent Warhammer stuff as of late? Anything new? I haven't kept as close of an eye on things as I would like. Is there anything that we haven't discussed before that is interesting? No, I've not tried playing Dark Heresy. I assume you're talking like Dark Heresy, like the Rogue Trader. Yeah, no, that falls in the video game category of, like, I don't have time to play, unfortunately. Space Wolves Lehman being heavily implied to coming back in Fulgrim's recent book? What? I'm sorry. Which book? Fulgrim the Perfect Son? I need clarification. I need clarification, because if you're talking about Fulgrim the Perfect Son, there was no implication that Lehman was coming back. It was more implied that it was going to be Dorn coming back. Oh, there's a Warhammer preview? Oh, shoot. I need to keep up on the news. That's on Friday. Okay, I can do that. Fulgrim's new book. Apparently it's mostly just about Lehman coming back? What? Is there another book for Fulgrim? I didn't get that impression from The Perfect Son. Jude Reed. That the Lehman talk was not even... Yeah. Soko, link me the message. Link me the message if it was in the server. I'm curious. Because there was some reference to Dorn at the beginning. If it was in DMs, that's fine. Don't worry about it then. Because I'm like... I'm sorry, I don't remember it even being remotely implied, and I read that book so recently. The typing is real. Well, I was like, wait a second, I read that book, and I have a decent memory, especially when it comes to recent books that I've read. I'm like, what? I can see where Lehman was implied elsewhere, but like, there would have been more mention of wolves in the Fulgrim book. That's so funny. The timing on that was hilarious. Red-tailed wolf, thank you so much for the bits, dude. Thank you so much, man. And the bits yesterday, it was very, very, very nice of you. Best of luck with whatever you have to do today. Hopefully you get to relax. Thank you, Shadow Ribbon. The Perfect Son features a passage hinting at Dorn's possible return, suggesting he might have faked his death or is biding his time. Yes. That is what I'm aware of. I'm not aware of anything related to Lehman Russ, so... like, Lehman Russ in that book is like, what? No, there's no way. Now you know why I was all like, huh? You need to explain that to me. Excuse me. Okay, so there is Warhammer Previews, Hammer Preview, July 18th. What time can I make that? Oh, it just got announced. Thank goodness, I'm not too behind on the times. Okay. Ugh. We'll see. We will see what I can do. Ah, man, I like to do the previews, but we'll see. That may not be possible that day. We will find out. I will keep this tab open and I will see what I can do. We just got a Space Wolves refresh. Why are they doing Dorn? No, see, and that's the thing. I understand, like, why Lehman is, like, alluded to, because they did do that whole refresh, and why would they do it if he wasn't coming back? But I wouldn't be surprised if they talked about Dorn as well. Apparently there's some Warhammer thing. Oh, I was gonna watch that video. I don't think I watched that. When did she send it to me? Froggy sent it to me. Dude, this is so lame. On Discord, I can't look up who sent, like, a link. Like, I can't be like, oh, I specifically want to see, like, that Froggy sent this thing, or whoever. It's annoying. It's giving me grief. Go away. Go away. I don't want you here. Go. Get. Get. There. One sec. She sent me this link. Is this it? Yeah. Okay, we'll watch that later. I have it pulled up. Or at least I'll pull it up in the proper tab. There. Whoop. I have a special window that I pull all my videos up in. There we go, there we go, there we go. No, it was giving me, I don't know why, on my, for some reason on Discord it's been giving me grief, but that's not something we need to get into. I would personally prefer the Khan over Wolfboy or Dorn. I could see that. But I think there needs to be more... I was trying to find a word that, like, summarizes both Dorn and Lehman, but that's kind of difficult. But... the Khan would be nice. But the build-up trying to get there would take longer than it would, like, being for Dorn or Lehman. I'm interested to know where Lehman is. I kind of hate that all the Primarchs are coming back and they all seem to come back unscathed. My personal hope is that the Khan comes back, but is a Drukhari unit? Oh. Okay, so Derek, I agree with half of that. I agree with half of that. I do not like that the Primarchs are coming back. I personally don't think it should happen. I really liked 30k, but 30k should stay in 30k, and 40k should be still Grimdark. As for the second part where the Khan comes back but's a Drukhari unit, no. No, I don't think so. That's kind of messed up, man. Like, I don't know, it kind of sounds like you're wishing terrible things on the guy. Like, dude, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I know it's a fictional character and, like, well, who cares? But, I don't know about that. Yeah, slow down on the Primarchs, but we've talked about this so many times before. It's not going to happen. GW wants their moolah, and that's how they're going to get it. That's the fastest way for them to get it. Go through in a cycle of refreshing all of the factions, well, at least all of the Space Marine factions with Primarch, and everyone, like, there's always someone that's going to, like, oh yes, it's my Legion. I finally get my Legion, and then my guy. And it's the perfect revenue strategy. Derek, I hate to tell you this, and I know before anyone else says it, there's no good guys in Warhammer, but there are objectively worse guys in Warhammer. And the Drukhari are just one of them. So Derek, no. They are not good. They're not even close to being good. And you know it. That's a lot of cope. It's a lot of cope right there. They are messed up. So see, you only want the Khan to come back as a Drukhari, like, unit for selfish reasons. It's a very selfish reasoning of you. So that is unfortunate. Well, see, you know, Fumark, here's the thing. Yes, that is a way to make money, but what is a more reliable way to make money? Think about the shareholders. Think about, they want to know that they're guaranteed to get more money. Because everything else is like, oh, well, like that's your opinion, but you know what does, like, easily make money? The Imperium and Space Marines. They are too beloved. It's a lot easier. And people will accept less. Look, the Khan could bridge the gap between the Drukhari and the Imperium. You're implying bad things and you should be better. Am I being gaslit? Am I being gaslit? I don't know, man. They're pretty bad. Could he bridge the gap? I hope that he, in his case, I hope he bridges the gap by making the Imperium have a way to take care of the Drukhari for good. I mean... GW only kinda hate the Eldari. They really hate the Drukhari. I'm honestly expecting them to disappear entirely soon. I wouldn't be completely surprised if that's the case. I don't personally like the Drukhari because they're sick and twisted and all of that jazz, but I could see people and GW wanting to shy away from them because they do very dubious things, like everyone in Warhammer does. That is a fact. Like, you can't avoid it. Everyone sucks. Everyone sucks. There is, like, no exception to that rule. For talking about factions and broad strokes, everybody sucks. But, the Drukhari definitely do some very twisted things. And I think GW, with the trend of them trying to stick with less grimdark, they'll be more inclined to, like, shy away from that. Everyone sucks, but they're worse. Absolutely. Yes. No, everyone sucks. There's a threshold of, like, yeah, everyone sucks to an extent, but they take it farther. That's what I mean. There is a hierarchy of the factions that are a little bit better, but everybody sucks. Yeah, they're harder to market. Like, oh my gosh, check out these really cool dudes with the chains and the whips, and everyone's like, oh, that's kind of kinky. And then you're like, well, yes, but also no. And then how do you explain that? How do you explain that to the average Joe? Like... So, yeah, there's just that. There's a reason why Slaanesh cults are not featured heavily in media, and there you go. That's part of it. There's also that part of it. So, yeah, that's, I could see them moving away from it in an effort to be more palatable to the larger audience they're trying to reach. Because that one is clearly straight up, like, if not the worst, one of the worst factions you could play. So I could really see them just trying to shift away from it because, oh, well, we don't really want to show people that that's what's going on there. So, yeah. Interestingly enough, they could possibly do it in a manner where the Khan comes back and he's like, congratulations, I have single-handedly destroyed Kamara. Which would be, impossible for even just a Primarch. But I'd need to see a little bit more to believe him. But if they really wanted to get rid of it, that is a method they could use. Have you seen the Custodes equerry to Legion's Wolfdog arts? If you had, which one's your favorite? I've heard of the artist, and I might have seen one of them. Neonek, I don't think I've seen all of them, but in the Discord server, there's some channels. There's like an art channel. If you post them in, I could take a look. I don't know off like the top of my head like all of them. I know I've at least seen one and I thought it was cool. Trying to think, did this person also do ones for each of the legions, the Space Marine legions? Because I might have seen some of them, just not all of them. Let's see. I mean, the Demunculaba is still official lore. Okay, but is Dragon, how much do we really talk about it? How much is it actually discussed in current books? It's just not. They don't talk about it, and there's a good reason. It's messed up. It's so incredibly messed up. And I mean, I understand the idea of it, like I get it, but like even someone who's a Warhammer fan like me, it's like, oh, that is a lot to swallow for someone who is very, very new. Yeah. So there's a lot of things. That's half the fun of Warhammer, how messed up it is. Yeah, no, and I agree. Like I think part of it is like all the terrible things like humanity and I guess in a sense other factions, what they have to do in order to like survive, or what they believe they have to do. Like they could be completely wrong about it. Like the Eldar and how they manage things, you know, that's pretty bad too. But like, and that is the good part. I do like the grimdark. There are some things that are just incredibly dark that GW's like, you know what, if we just never talked about it again, is it really still canon? We never talk about it. Does it really exist? And that's how you can get some units that just like goes away slowly. There's a leaked Drukhari mini recently, so they'll still be around. Also being tied into stuff with the Golden Throne per the Vaults of Terra series. Okay. Okay. You're right. I forgot they did. Oh, what mini was that got leaked? I remember it because it had like it was a bladed fan, right? It was a chick. I don't remember her name. Because who was it? Yes, thank you, Lady Malice. I was like, what is her name? Like, she was, it looked like a cool mini based on what I saw of the sprue. I wouldn't say I'm professionally Warhammering. I am still very new, considering all the people that have like been involved in this hobby. Like, I am very new. Like, it's only been like 2 years since I started reading the books, and 1 year since I started, like a little over a year since I started streaming it. So we have 40K, but what happened to okay, I'll give you a hint. I don't know about 10K or 20K in specifics, because those are still large swaths of time. And guess what? You can also look up Warhammer lore yourself, but 30K was Horus Heresy. So there you go. That's the easy answer. Go watch a timeline video for 10K and 20K. Because there's going to be Age of Strife in there. There's going to be some Golden Age of technology in there. Like, you're going to get a bunch of stuff. So, 30K, Horus Heresy. There you go. I mean, you've read more books and painted more minis than me. Well, that doesn't mean I'm like... that's a difficult thing to say. How do I put this? Everyone can explore the hobby in their own ways. just because you haven't read as many books or painted more minis doesn't mean you still can't be into the hobby. You could still be like reading the articles that you find on the internet, or heck, building it. Like it's not gonna look the same because there's so many different avenues to explore. Also, the video games, like I could argue like, well, you may have played more Warhammer video games than me. You played Dawn of War when it first came out and you got really into it. Does that make you more of a fan than me? It's a hard thing to draw a line on. Like, it's hard to do a ranking system like that. Sandman of Terra has a video making a case of there being 8 Chaos Gods, and it's pretty compelling. Fabius Bile might become a Chaos God. That'd be ironic, wouldn't it? He's like, there are no Chaos Gods. You don't exist. And then he becomes one himself. I'll have to watch that. Thank you for the recommendation. So, I'm actually reading the second Fabius Bile book. It's called The Clone Lord, I think. Wait. I watched the first one and it was Primogenitor. What is it? I think it's Clone Lord. Yeah, I was right. It's Clone Lord. Got it. Oh, Hydra Legionary, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, those 5 gifted subs don't destroy any of my units today. We aren't playing tabletop, but we will next week with crazy bonkers rules. Bile would hate that, but it would be hilarious. It would. It would be really funny, I won't lie. I do kind of like Fabius Bile, though. He's kind of cool. Well, he's a little messed up, but he's kind of cool. I really like him. It's not for tabletop, but my mental shield waivers. Your mental shield waivers. Wow. Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I'm struggling here. Fabius Bile, the chaos god of atheism. I mean, yeah. I've been into the hobby for 22-ish years, but out of the 29 I've been alive, there's still a lot of lore I don't know, or tons of factions I've played or painted. Yeah, there's so much you can do. Like, yeah, length of time doesn't mean too much depending on how you interact with the hobby. Yeah, that is true. It's also hard because a lot of the people that I know have been around in the Warhammer universe for a while. Wasted if you're still here. I don't know how long you've been doing like Warhammer stuff, or not even like directly Warhammer stuff, but like enjoying it as like a medium. But like I know a lot of people like Remlays from 40k Theories, Tactica Imperialis. Like there's so many people that I've like run into that they've been doing this for 10 plus years. Like like Remlays has his 10-year anniversary of his YouTube channel this year, which is not the same thing as how long he's been in the hobby. That's pretty crazy. Like, where do you like, and comparing yourself to someone who is like absolutely like insane when it comes to all of that knowledge, it's just so hard to make that comparison. Like if any of you watched, I was on the Quizcast show, and it was like, oh, it was a little, like, I know quite a bit, but like all of the like little tiny baby details, like you just miss out on, you just don't see them all. I'm an oddball. I started collecting in 2nd edition, then stopped in 4th when they yet again reworked all my models and I couldn't afford it. But I played 40k PC games the whole time, only came back to actual playing, painting, collecting lore over a year ago. Okay. Yeah, see, like that's also like interesting. Like how do you weigh that? So it's not exactly a time thing, which I know that also gives like credence that that I've been here for a bit, but I wouldn't say that. Well, that's kind of cool. 2nd edition. Dang. But yeah, so I'm baby when it comes to some things. So all of like the little dramas, like oh, I didn't know Belisarius Call was controversial at the time, or Primaris Marines, I didn't know they were controversial because I wasn't around. Like looking back, I'm like, oh, I can see how they were, but in the moment had no idea. my 31 years of being involved in Warhammer, it's taught me that GW changes. Yes. Yeah, they will change everything whenever they want. Technically, you've been playing for 30 years. In reality, you have far broader knowledge of the lore and universe than I do. It's just about how people enjoy the hobby. Yeah, that's true. And comparison isn't the thief of joy. Trust me, I do recognize. I'm just like, oh man, I'm not as good as Remley's. Like, well, that will take... Well, if I'm in there for 30 years and I keep up the pace that I'm on, like, yeah, I could be that. But I agree. Comparison is the thief of joy, so keep that in mind, chat. Thank you for saying that, Wasted. That is a very, 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 very good point. But, like, just... And Lore Master of Sotek, I do like the way he said it. It's your hammer. Enjoy Warhammer in whatever way, like, you want to. Play the video games. That's fine. Read the books. That's fine. Paint. Or don't paint. Just build. collect the plastic crack. But it's... Or do a combination of any of those. Perfectly fine. Heck, you can even just make art for it because you think the armor is cool, which it is. It's amazing. So, yeah. So, just enjoy it. And just expect GW to change things, because they will. You can't do anything about it. They just will. It cannot be helped. The real Warhammer was the Xenos we perched along the way. Yes, correct. Okay, that did 100% sound like I was, like, really shilling GW. Consume the product. Get brainwashed. Which is not what I was going for. Since I started the hobby, I've learned never say never, seen Primarchs come back, Plastic Sororitas, Custodes, new Aspect Warrior minis, all things everyone said would never happen when I started. There you go. GW will always surprise you, whether good or bad. Probably mostly bad. But I won't deny, they on occasion have a couple winners. Space Marine 2 was pretty solid. Oh, did I unpin? Oops. Just deleted my own message. Oh well. Can I name all 40k Warhammers? No. I'm not that skilled. I'm not that skilled. I'm not that skilled. One is probably Gary. That's one. Gary. Gary the Warhammer. I used to play in tournaments since 4th edition. It was fun, but it just keeps getting more and more unbalanced around releases. Yep. Well, you see, that's the strategy. And I know I'm not saying anything novel. I'm not saying anything novel, but every time they release a new set of minis, they make it the meta. They make it the best army you could ever get. And then they'll nerf it and move on to the next one and make the next one really, really good. It's just a trick. They want you to buy more. Which is lame, frankly. I would do it differently, but I'm not a CEO of a big company, so it's not like I could just go and do that thing. I love 90% of the new minis, but I will moan about lore changes if I find them to be particularly bad. But ultimately, it's all from a place of love for the site. No, I agree. I think there are some moments where, like... And I in some cases, I don't get into it too much. But I think some changes to the lore aren't very good. There absolutely are examples of it. Like, one of them being, like, Wraithbone. I didn't like how they, like, changed how Wraithbone was, like, how it became a thing. Like, I was like, what? It was kind of cool before, and now you've made it, like, very boring and easy to come by. Or easier to come by, let's just say that. But, like, that's one of, like, many things where it's like, oh, well, why would you do it like that? I do care more about, like, changes to lore, especially if it's like, did you really need to do that? What are you worried about by changing it? Yeah, you lost a lot of the fantasy aspect with the Wraithbone change. Yeah, it was more bland. Like, it was really cool before that. Among other things. Like, it's not something I'm knocking on the doors. I'm marching up to GW headquarters and saying, you need to fix this immediately. It's like, yeah, that really sucks, but like, what can I do about that? No petition is gonna get them to change anything. So that is one of a couple examples. I won't get into the others. That is just like, hey, dude, did you really need to do that? Anyways. I do agree. I do not like the excuse that there is no canon. Like, you have a lot of options when it comes to writing the lore and being a little particular about details. I know I am, so it's easier for me to be like, well, you should just be better. Like, it's easier for me to say that. But it's like, I do agree, like, take a little bit of extra time and effort to make sure it is right. It's interesting that they're bringing back original Warhammer Fantasy. I hope it plays well. I don't know. I don't know about, like, much about it. Excuse me, sorry. I don't know much about it, but I really genuinely hope that it does, like, go well. I want that to be a successful thing. Oh my gosh, now I have the hiccups. Like, I'm not wishing bad things on GW. Like, I could disagree with a bunch of their stuff, but I'm not gonna wish bad things on someone. Like, that's... I don't think that's a good way to go about life. I think it can make you into, like, a really, like, bitter person. If that's just kind of if that's your mindset. Obviously, in some cases, there are times where things need to be done, but not in the case of a multi-million-dollar company. That's a very different thing. So you like the idea that everything is canon, but not everything is true. It adds a mythical quality to the stories. Like, who knows if these events are actually true? And see, I don't mind that. I don't mind getting a story by possibly an unreliable narrator. Like, that's why the Cypher story was interesting, because you're like, well, can you really trust this guy? Is he being honest with you? Like, it seems like he's being honest, but is he actually? But I do agree more like, oh, well, not everything is, like, canon. It feels like it's more of a cover-up to mistakes than, like, actually adding mystique. Like, I could totally see there's a lot of reasons why different characters would lie about stuff. Makes perfect sense to me, I get it. But, like, it doesn't seem like that line is designed to add mystique just to cover up the stuff you've done. So that's kind of my 2 cents. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So there's that. Let's see. So it does seem like what people are saying, it looks like Warhammer Fantasy is gonna play well, so that would be nice. That would be nice. I don't know if I'll play Warhammer Fantasy. Could be fun, but I'm kind of stuck in when it comes to 40k. I really like the Grimdark. I really like the stories of brotherhood. Not that fantasy can't have that. It's just it'd take a little bit more for me to, like, really get into it. Yes, the comment of everything is canon feels like an excuse to be lazy at times, but I see the intent. Yeah, no, I completely understand the intent. But yeah, I've beat that point. It's a dead horse. I've already said everything I wanted to say about that. Yeah, in some cases it's like, I'm just gonna ignore that part of the lore. Wraithbone is still created by Psychic Bone Singers as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, that's the much cooler version. It's like, why'd you make it lame? So, you know, just ignore. Just ignore it. It's like, is that really it? No. No. I can't, if I can't. Oh, what is that meme? It's like, this sign doesn't apply to me because I can't read. It's basically that. Oh, thank you, Sean. I'm glad you like my avatar. I really love her, and the armor is just, she's great. It's pretty awesome. I really like the way this looks. It came out really, really good. I'm getting an update. I can't wait. I hope we can do that this year. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Hey, Kyber, thank you so much for resubscribing, man. 9 months of support. Thank you very much, dude. Oh, I need to send the... There we go. By the way, since I only just joined the chat 10 minutes ago, you were here longer than 10 minutes, Scrap Metal Dragon. I remember reading your chat. Did you see the announcement video for the next preview show? Yes. Yes, I'll have to see if I can stream that. I may be limited on what I can do, but we will find out. So there's that. I have the page pulled up so I can reference it and see what I can do. We'll see. We will see if I can do it. Can we see a trading card of your avatar? I know some people have made it on my Discord server. I would recommend looking there. I don't know if I keep any on hand, like on my PC. I know others have like taken some art that people have made and turned it into like a Magic the Gathering card or something else. No, I'm not updating into Aurelia. Aurelia is like a temporary thing. Gotta make sure I put those back on. Gotta make that top. I gotta turn that redeem back on. I should do that. Bard has the list. Yeah, I think one of my mods, Bahamut Bard, has one. So if you're curious, ask him on the Discord server. He has a whole list, and I think some people have made a few others as well. Yeah, they would be a while ago. Not gonna be a Felinid, no. I am comfortable with my current state of abhuman, even though Felinids are abhumans. You know, I'm fine. I'm fine with how I am. The ears are fun to add on every once in a while, but Aurelia is love. Aurelia is life. Those are words you can say. Those are words you can say. Are they true? No. Definitely not. Dadmanus absolutely loved Aurelia. Are we talking about Aurelia with the...
that almost everything I've witnessed has been created.
We're talking about Aurelia with the human face? Or are we talking about me with cat ears on? Is that it? Which one? Which one? That's important.
No.
It's important. Yes. Or is it no? Well, see, that's not helpful. You can't say yes or no when I ask an or question.
It is the Bane Blade!
I love it. One person will do a redeem, then everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, yeah, there's redeems. Everyone's just so chill, we're having a good time. They're like, oh my gosh, we can make noises. I forgot about that. Do you think Sanguinius is a cat or a dog person? Great question. Dog. I think he's a dog person. I think he likes cats too, but he strikes me more as like a dog kind of guy. He's a bird person. No, it's asking if he likes more cats or dogs. Aurelia is the cat with your face. You with cat ears is Aurelia. Okay. Cool, I won't keep that straight. I won't be able to keep that straight. Okay, so, okay, people liked Cat Aurelia. That one was cursed, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I would say cat because he wore a cat. Okay, so, okay, you know, here's an important question. In order for someone to be a cat or a dog person, do they have to wear a pelt of that particular animal? Because if that is the case, I think a lot of you need to do some work right about now. Look, I'm pointing out the faulty logic. That Sanguinius is a cat person because he wears a leopard pelt. I don't think that's good logic. See? There you go. See? I'm pointing out it's bad logic. It's different if you wear a shirt with a cat on it, but a cat pelt is a little different. No, I did not tell you to do anything, Jeremy. Do not put words in my mouth. I'm saying, if the logic tracks, that's what people should do. But I don't think the logic tracks. Does it count as being an abhuman if the custodies are like made to order? Does a single custom-made pair of shoes count as limited edition? Well, I mean, it's abnormal. Technically, all the custodies could be abhumans. I guess it's more accurate to say transhuman, because they are beyond humanity, traditional humanity. So, I mean, I could say that, but people are more receptive when I say abhuman. So, they're more receptive. If I say abhuman, they're like, oh, okay. Not a big deal. You know, it's a whole other thing to be like, look, I'm better than you. That doesn't go over well. Who likes hearing that? Who likes anyone he's hearing that said to them like, oh, you're better than me? Okay, sure. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. So if I just said I'm an abhuman, they're like, oh, so you're just weird. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. So it's a lot easier to manage people's expectations. Look, custodians are more than just their abs. They have personalities too. Yeah, we do. We do. We have way more. There's more to us than meets the eye. We're cooler than you think. I don't know. Maybe not for me. Maybe not for me. The ears weren't an accidental mutation. They were designed as weapons. Look, I didn't get any choice in the design specs. The Emperor just kind of did his thing. Okay? Okay? So, yeah. No, I'm not. Look, I like dogs and cats. I like them both. I like both animals. Oh my gosh, it's you. That's so funny. I saw you on Twitter. Are you just copy pasting that to any VTuber you find? That's funny. Oh my gosh. I saw you on Twitter. Anyways, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, well, it's I would say misunderstood. It's not really working. It doesn't freak me out. Nice try. Nice try, though. Anyways. You're waiting for an unarmored model? Okay, just don't... I do want to have one eventually, but it's not going to be what you think it's going to be, okay? No. No, that guy on Twitter doesn't follow me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you know, you know. I think I'm the only one who knows because I follow VTuber Twitter. I don't know where I saw you on Twitter. I think some VTuber posted the screenshot. I don't remember what they said. I just read it and I was like, oh, that's odd. That's all. So don't get too excited when you get an unarmored model. It's not going to be all that exciting. Exciting for me, less for you. We need a winter model and a summer model. Do you know how expensive models are? Do you know how expensive that is? Like, oh my gosh, like just getting one outfit is already a lot. But also, I kind of still want to stick with like a Warhammer-esque vibe, so it'll be harder to find something. But we'll see. Maybe it won't be explicitly like summer or like a winter model, but it'll be Warhammer. Mm-hmm. It'll look good. I have ideas. I have ideas on what I want to do. I'm excited to see the reveal of your new model, though. Oh, man, I am too. I cannot wait for that. I really hope it happens this year. I really, really hope it happens. Oh, thank you, Chaz, for the super chat. Thank you very much. Just draw and rig it yourself easy. You assume I can even draw. And rigging, I think I could learn how to rig, but in order for it to look like really, really good, hang on one second. In order for it to look really, really good, you have to have a lot of like, sorry. You need to get like really, really good at it. And the whole purpose for my model redesign and like getting it redone is because I want more facial expressions. So I could do it myself, but it would defeat the whole purpose. No, I do smile a lot of the time. It's just like, I want more expression. Sorry. We're good, though. We're good. Yes, I want to be able to express my disgust better, because the best I can do right now is... That's the best I can do. I hate to think how many rigging points your current avatar has already. Yeah, quite a bit, but a lot of it is like, so think of it this way. A lot of this model is in like big chunks of layers. So if you look at like kind of the top underneath my neck, so you can see like my chest and the white undersuit I have, that's all the same as the gold breastplate with the purple stone. So that is one big piece. So it moves, but it doesn't move as much as like if they were all individual separate pieces. So yeah, it does have a lot of points. Definitely the hair and the face, but a lot of it is pretty stiff, which is fine. So I found someone that I think will do a really good job. It's going to be quite a bit because it's going to be a very big project for them to take on. But I think I found someone that even if like the armor rigging isn't all that good, I love the way their faces look when they've rigged other people's models. That I'm just like, yep, nope. If they got the face right, that's all I want. chibi model one. Well, I already kind of have a chibi model. Maybe we'll do one in the future. We'll see. Yeah, I do have the glare when chat says something cursed. That one. Just came in. Your model's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the armor layering. Thank you very much, Halen. I appreciate it. I recommend, we were actually just talking about this, I recommend you come sometime back in the fall when I hopefully have my new model. It's even better. It's even better than this one. I promise. So many hints and details. Oh, I've been pretty vague. I've been pretty vague about this whole thing. I'm a sucker for gold armor in any franchise. Honestly, gold armor is the best. I saw the title and the armor, so it pulled me in. You like Warhammer Fantasy or 40k? So I like a bit of both, but I like 40k more. I've played a bit of Total War, and that's been pretty enjoyable. So I only know like a little bit about it from my friend Lore Master of Sotek. We've played a little bit. We're probably gonna have to restart our campaign, which makes me very sad because we probably spent like 6 or 7 weeks playing, and that's a lot of time. That's like, oh no, now we have to restart, which makes me sad. But I'm definitely way more into 40k. Gold armor plus the purple. Yeah, you know, you gotta have something that kind of breaks it up. The purple is nice. Big update, more like a down day. I haven't even opened the game yet, so if that's the case, then that is really sad. Good taste, respect it. I'm very much a 40k fan just because Eldritch Horror and space fantasy. Yeah, I do like the grimdark, and I like just like Tales of Brotherhood and having hope in like the most terrible circumstances. So I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. I love it. Purple and yellow / gold are good contrasting colors. Yes, they are. They're pretty good. I like them. Yeah, I was originally, one of my original designs, I was gonna do red, but the red like was just too close to the hair, to my hair color, and it wasn't really gonna stand out compared to like the purple. I do appreciate the armor. The other VTuber models are more bouncy. Yeah, I kind of wanted to avoid that. It's not my favorite thing. I mean, people are gonna do whatever they want to do, but I definitely prefer having the armor, because honestly, what's cooler than having armor? I was gonna ask a question, but I think I know the answer. It's like, what do you want more? Cool looking armor or big boobs? And I feel like I know the answer, so you don't have to answer that question. I like the armor. I personally like the armor. Well, the bounciness of the booba is what I was referring to, and what someone else was referring to. 100%. 100%. What are you reading at the moment? Oh, I'm reading Fabius Bile Clone Lord. I want to finish that series. There's like 3 of them. What about Orc Booba? No, I still like armor. Nope. I'm sorry, you're not gonna catch me lacking here. Nope. Cursed. That's incredibly cursed. Delete. That's cursed. Very cursed. Anyways. Yes, I like to be... It's the meme. I'm most comfortable when I am impervious to most forms of physical attack. Like, yes, that's me. I crave the strength and certainty of steel. Correct. No, Bard. I hate it because it's cursed. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. That is not the truth. That is cursed. Very cursed. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I'll enjoy that Fabius Bile book. I'm in the middle of it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot how much I like Fabius Bile. Very practical kind of guy. Still incredibly messed up, but it's hard to not like him. No, Bard does not have a point. Let's not entertain this anymore. Everyone thinks about maidens with less armor, but nobody thinks about a maiden in full armor. Look, if a maiden is in full armor, she can protect you better. I mean, come on. Come on. Like, that's a huge deal. That, like, come on, isn't... What happened to liking muscle mommies? I thought we liked that sort of thing. Note, I'm not calling myself that, nor should you call me that. Please and thank you. I'm just asking. I have an idea. What if you got a flamer? Like for my model? Maybe for a future outfit, and that's a big maybe. Because, it's already... I'm already making people stressed out because my armor is complicated. And adding on a flamer is much more difficult. Protect me. What is she, my mother? You wouldn't want extra protection if you're in a fight? Yeah, you're like, you have the option of more or less protection. I don't know about you, but I would say I want more protection. So, that's just me, but I'm not too picky about who protects me. There are some instances where I will be picky, yes, but... See, look, being able to pull your own weight as well as having a beautiful battle buddy. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. Yeah, see? See? Would I rather get a bolter asset or a guardian spear asset? A bolter? But then again, it's like that it's also tricky because you can't get too close to what GW is already doing because I could get in trouble. So it's more practical to have the bolter for streaming situations. But it's yeah. It's more expensive than you like anticipate it being. Because someone's got to draw it, and then someone's got to rig it. And that's a very, like, a gratuitous toggle that I probably won't use very often. I'm better off getting, like, a pistol. A pistol toggle. If you're getting more armor, are you going into Terminator armor with arms above the head? No. No, we're not going to do Terminator armor. Why are the Dark Angels the best Space Marine Legion? They're not. I hate to break it to you, they're not. I think the Blood Angels are the best. I think the Blood Angels are the best. Oh, Ultrafist, thank you for the 15 months. Dude, 15 months. I'm gonna say this every time the number gets bigger. A Melt-A-Spear? Are you pulling my leg? Melt-A-Spear. Melt-A-Spear Guard Squad. The what? Oh, the Pyrite Spear. Okay, I was like, the what? Melt-A-Spear? Oh, I was like so thrown off. I was like, huh? Or Pyrithite. Pyrithite. However you say it. Huh. Never played with them. Never used them. What about my boys, the Blood Ravens? They're cool, but they're not the best. They're not the best. Are you a sister of battle? Do you praise the Emperor? No. I mean, the Emperor is amazing. I will not deny it, but I'm not a sister of battle. No. Ignore my mods. They spread misinformation. But yes, Blood Angels are the best. I love them, and I love Sanguinius. The best. You played Drukari, Derek. That won't be forgotten. Yet, Derek, you can't hide. You can't hide. We know what you like to play, Derek. You can't hide. You can't hide who you truly are. Can't do it. You can't hide. I agree. Saltarellian or Sanguinius should stay dead. Yep. 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 He should not come back. If he does, I will be sad. Because it's a huge... It really just messes with the lore. Like, what's the whole point of his sacrifice? Okay? I mean, Halen, here's the thing. You may go to the Tau, but you will forever be a second-class citizen. You will forever be a second-class citizen. If you go to the Tau. They'll take care of you for sure. But, yeah. I said a thing. I said the thing. I've defied the corpse god. What? What did I say, Iron Spoon? What did I say? Specifically. I'm not a sister of battle. It's true. I'm being honest. No, no. You can leave him. I want to hear what he's saying. Don't throw him out the airlock. I will permit him to stay. The lion is better than Sanguinius in every way. How good is the lion at flying compared to Sanguinius? Just asking. Is he better at him than that? He is quite the swordsman, so, you know. Pretty impressive. Second-class citizen might be better than a biomass recycling operator deep in a hive city. No, that's fair. That's fair, but just because the Tau, like, just because the grass is greener on the other side, like, looks greener, doesn't mean it is greener. True, the Tau feed you with food, not from corpses. You don't know that. You don't know that. Do you actually know that, Nathaniel? Do you actually know that? You never know. The Tau have grass, and nope, I can't go. I can't touch the grass. Yes, agreed. You can't, like, no. You can't touch grass. Illegal. Not allowed. The Blood Angels are much better than Dark Angels. They at least have a gimmick rather being a differenter Space Marine. Ooh. Ooh. Yikes. He just went out and said it. Dang. Dang. Hot blue women. But Halion are... Look. Halen. Do you really think the hot blue woman would go out with you? They may exist. And they may be on the posters, but what are the odds they go out with you? Compared to the blue guys that they might actually want to be with. What are the odds? True, but at least I can look without being shamed. No, I still think you'll get shamed. I still think you'll get shamed for that. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's gonna be a lot of problems.
And I must say that almost everything I've witnessed
Indeed.
has been created.
Indeed, Ben. Look, just accept the inevitable and give your biomass to the hive mind. It will work out better in the end. No. No. Heresy. Heresy. I was not saying him specifically. I was not saying him specifically. I'm just saying, what do you have to offer to a lady who might prefer look at me. Look at me in the face, okay? Do not take this out of context. Okay? What I'm saying is, I think a Tau female would be more interested in going out with a Tau male than a human. Period. There. For many reasons. Okay? There, I put it in a way where you can't take it out of context. You really can't. There was a way I was originally going to phrase it. I'm not saying specifically him couldn't manage it, but I feel like those ladies have priorities. Nah, I'd win. Okay, well, good luck with that. I'm not sure I believe you, but then again, I hardly know you, so you may be like a 10 out of 10 when it comes to humans. You just may be perfect, but are you a 10 out of 10 for a Tau? They have very different standards, very different culture, and a bunch of stuff you have to overcome first. No, okay, look. That's why I rephrased it, because I was like, that sounds really bad. It sounds like I'm saying he can't get a girl. He can get a girl. I'm sure he can. He can get whoever he wants, I'm sure. I'm sure he can make it work. That's why I rephrased it. That's why I rephrased it. No, don't take this out of context, okay? I know where you're going with this. Let's be appropriate here. Funny enough, I say this and I'm a married man. Look, there you go. See, look. Look. He's married. Look at that. Great. Good for you. Congratulations. See? So wait, why are you trying... Excuse me, sir. Okay, next question. Why are you trying to get with a Tau girl when you're married? Get your wife on the stream. We need to talk to her. In some places, looking... and a certain type of look, let me clarify, is also considered cheating. Come on. Come on. She'd tag along. She likes Tau as well. All right, at least as long as you're being honest about it. Be honest about it. Yeah, the Imperium does not approve of disloyalty. Stay loyal, chat. If you ever feel like you want to get out of a relationship, just be honest and tell them you don't want to be involved. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. That's lame. Very lame. Oh, all right. I'm gonna read that because I heavily disagree. Valkus here says, a married man once told him that just because you've already eaten doesn't mean you still can't look at the menu. I disagree with that. I think it is a matter of respect, even if we flip it around, and it was a chick saying it, I don't care who says it. I do not recommend that because think of it this way. As Wasted here said very nicely before, comparison is the thief of joy. Okay? I highly recommend you make the most intelligent decision possible when it comes to the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, okay? You make the best choice. You make sure that you want to spend the rest of your life with them. But here's the thing. You have to make that choice, and then you need to be content with it. There are certain circumstances I accept that things come up where it's like, yeah, no, that is hard to recover from. Especially when it involves criminal activities, among other things. No. You should not be looking at other people when you are in a happy, committed relationship. You should not. If you are looking at other people with lust in your eyeballs and looking at them, that is not good. That is not good. You should be honest 100%. Anyways, that's it. Off the soapbox. I don't agree with that statement, and I wanted to address it because I definitely that. Not saying I agreed with him, but it stuck with me. Yeah, it's... I wasn't saying you were agreeing with that because you didn't say you were, Valkus, so don't worry. I didn't think you were like that. I was just like, shoot, that's coming up on my messages. I just want to like clarify. I was gonna say terrify for a second. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. He just wanted tips to impress his Tau wife. Oh gosh, Nathaniel. Well, see, that's different. That's different, Aurelian. That's very different. In a happy, committed relationship, but watch cooking shows to find inspiration. That's different, and you know it. Anyways. Good, yay! My wife and I were comfy in our marriage, and no, we would never. She's my best friend and my forever. Yay! Yay, good. Good. I'm very happy for you. That's a good thing to have. Are my eyes broken? You know, sometimes I read curse things, I'm like, oh, I wish my eyes were a little more broken today. Unfortunately, not. Ooh, ow. Ouch. Kind of hurt a little bit. Chaos Dave, I know what your question is actually asking. I will not answer that. No, I'm not saying I need glasses. Sometimes I just wish my eyes were broken so I didn't have to read some messages. Any plans for this evening? I'm gonna eat food. And I'm gonna watch Apothecary Diaries. That's the plan so far. Prepare for tomorrow's stream, which is Dawn of War. Dark Crusade, which should be very fun. That's the plan. Trade her daughter because we don't know if she's Chaos or trying to get it. No, stop it. Stop. Oh my gosh. Oh. Which Dawn of War do I like the most so far? Let me think. Sorry, I was leaning back and thinking about it. I like the classic. It is really nice. I haven't played the second one. I don't mind Dark Crusade either. It's kind of a nice, a little bit of like, how do I explain? I do like the additional strategy that goes with it, even though I'm playing on like an easier mode. Yeah. Have you been liking Space Marine 2, by the way? I did like it when I played. I haven't played too much of it, I'll be perfectly honest. So I can't say there's like a DLC cosmetic, but anything that makes me look more like a Custodes, yes. So anything that gives me gold, I like. That is my personal preference. Oh man. Dawn of War Dark Crusade is the GOAT because it has Dark Eldar in it. Oh. I see how it is, Derek. I see how it is, Derek. Yeah, no, I just like being a custodian, that's it. So they have a mod for that, I've heard, so yeah. Oh, that's my alarm. I also colored my Space Marine 2 in my Space Marine and Space Marine 2 in gold. Good. It's very cool. Very, very good. I highly recommend. But I'm also I do like what people have done. I have it was a fan designed Blood Angels successor chapter called the Radiant Suns. I came up with it, but I never like really got out of my way to design it, and I've seen some people do like their own versions of it. It's like red and gold and it's really pretty. I like it a lot. I feel like if you go for any other non-Blood Angels group of Space Marines, it's Sons of the Phoenix. They're 100% not Traitor Genes. Yeah, definitely not. They're definitely from the 6th Legion and only the 6th Legion. Definitely, they're definitely not traitors. Don't worry about it. If you were stuck on an island with an Eldar, Drukhari, Tau, and an Orc, but only 3 shots left in your bolt pistol, how many times would you shoot the Drukhari? Once. Once. And I would probably use 2 on the Orc. I would probably use 2 on the Orc. Because I'm terrified. I'm terrified of having to deal with an Orc. I'd probably have to go after the Orc first and then take care of the Drukhari, if we're being honest. Yeah, so you definitely need 2 shots for like, yeah, see, look, I got it planned. The Tau is okay, and the Eldar's okay. Eldar's not great, but, Is it heresy to have your significant other dress up as a Tau? Did you force them to do it? It's heresy if you force them to do it. It's a little cursed if they did it voluntarily. Nathaniel, thank you for the super chats, by the way. But like that's a bit cursed, my guy. Orcs could probably tank a fair few shots, not if you shoot them in the eye. You've got to be a very good shot. Got to be a very good shot. And I'm hoping it's a bolter and not a pistol, because after that it's a problem. After that it's a problem. Well, don't you know that Dorn also has like whitish hair, Jonah? So like, really, they just grew out the hair that Dorn naturally gave them, right? Right? You don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Wouldn't have to worry about the Dark Eldar on that island because you would be suffering more, so they'll leave you alive. No, see, that's the problem, NPC mercenary. They would leave me alive, but like torture me. And that's why I simply cannot allow them to live. I could not allow that because they would keep me alive, yes, but I would be in a terrible state if I allowed that to happen. I could not sleep a wink around them. Because they would take advantage immediately. You say that it's like it's a bad thing? NPC mercenary, you can go hang out with Derek over on YouTube. Cause yeah, it is a bad thing. And I kid you not, we had this conversation with Derek earlier. We just had this conversation. It is 100% a bad thing. Those guys are evil. You're safe from the orc, to be honest. If they kill everyone, then there's no more to fight. Oh. I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of nice if they fought the others for me, and then I could use the remaining 3 bullets accordingly. Any Dark Eldar left breathing is a failure to uphold the universal laws of morality. Yeah. Yes. Correct. Yeah, no. I could not trust a Drukhari. Like, it's not even a matter of like, oh, well, how, like, no. Just no. Just no. Challenge the orc to a children's card game. I'm sure that would go over just fine. No worries. No big deal at all. Just, oh, thank you, Babbling Prophet, for the 12 months of support. No, you can't fix her. You think that you can't fix her. You can't. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. I don't recommend trying to get into that. It's bad. Ugh. Alright, I'm doing a little stretch here. Whew. You'd think the Empire would be more open to the Dark Eldar considering... No, stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Why would you fix her? Is something wrong? You should not need to fix someone. Hot take. But in order to be in a relationship with someone, you should not have to fix them. Or feel compelled to fix them. Maybe that's more of a mild take, but it's my take. I could use some fixing. Well, Lumen, then go ahead. You can fix yourself. You can do it. You can do it. Other people are helpful, but you are 100% capable of fixing yourself. Thank you, Soko. I'm glad you think it's a base take. I think it's a pretty reasonable take. Yeah, see, you don't want a situation where you have to fix someone or they have to fix you. You just want to mutually support each other. Much better. Much better in the long run. A lot healthier, too. No. You do not have the power to fix yourself a Dark Eldar, girlfriend. No. No, you don't. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Yeah, people can work on themselves together. See, I agree with that. I agree. You can work on yourselves together. I think relationships have a great potential for mutually helping each other work through things, but that should not ever be the main priority of, okay, we got to fix this problem of yours. There are some things that definitely need fixing, like potentially a plastic crack addiction. Though that might need to get fixed. But really, no. You just focus on supporting each other. Get in a relationship with someone who is healthy and mentally stable. That's the best way to do it. I know, easier said than done, but... I'm with Pancreas on relationships. I will not fix her. She can make me worse. No! Don't do that. Don't do that. For shame, for shame. What to do, what to do. Ugh. Ugh. I don't want peace, I want problems. Bro, that's nuts. I want less problems. I don't want more problems in my life. Why would I choose that for myself? Why? Why? This is so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I'm getting so tired. I might need to take another nap today. Yeah, you know, see, this is part of the program. This is why I'm a VTuber, because we thought, hey, it was gonna be better off if we started, you know, interacting with humanity, and you know, starting to get these like bad thoughts out of people's heads. You know, hot towel women, or like discouraging that notion, or that you think fixing a Drukhari is possible. It's not, by the way. Like, yeah. What armor am I wearing? My armor. This is mine. It's not anything in particular. It's just a bunch of different things that I thought were cool. I was wrecked after yesterday. I spent like 4 hours after the game working on stuff for today, but down 2 coffees when I woke up to try and stay awake, so nap time is at the window. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad that we really couldn't make it happen. I just commitments, and I'm like, shoot. Like, I really wanted to make it work, and I know a holy hit couldn't make it either. I'm so sorry, Wasted. You like spent so much time, and I was like, crap. Like, this is just, I felt really bad. But we will have a very fun, we have it planned and scheduled for next week, so that'll be good. These things happen, it's all good. Just jealous of this nap talk. What time is it for you? If I may ask, you don't have to answer it. I'm just curious what time zone you're in. Because I always just assumed you were in the UK, which means, like, realistically, you could go to bed in a few hours. And Jeremy, let me just tell you, Drukhari Girl is very different from, like, Sanguinius. And Sanguinius isn't, like, all that damaged compared to his brothers. Like, everyone has, like, a little bit of damage, but, like, comparatively, he's not too bad. Does he have anger problems? Yes. Those aren't pretty good. Ah. You're not far from Frog, but you kind of do US hours. Oh, okay. I was like, well, I mean, you're going to bed soon, so I get it why you won't take a nap. Okay, well, if you're going off of the US-ish time, you could kind of take a nap. But I assume the coffee prevents it. Have you tried melatonin? It works great. It works very, very well. How do I legally build a functional 1-to-1 Rogel Dorn tank? That's a great question. I'm not allowed to tell you, unfortunately. I have some of this knowledge, but I am not allowed to share it. The Adeptus Mechanicus would be very upset with me. Be very, very upset with me. I wish I could help you further, sir. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm tired. But yeah, I was destroyed after stream. 6 hours? Was it 6 hours? 7 hours? It was a long time. It was such a long time. It was so much fun. I was so drained. And then I had to like eat dinner right afterwards and then go do things like within an hour and a half of finishing. Oh my gosh. I was like, I barely got to lay down for like 20 minutes. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna take like a little nap, and then I got a shower because I stink after sitting in my chair for so long. Like, oh. Yeah, no, it was a bunch of laughs. It was really fun. It was tiring, but so worth it. But yeah, let's see. I got off and I was like, okay, I need to like eat right away. So like I ate, and then I was like, I got back home and I was like, okay, I gotta nap because I'm so tired, but I only have 20 minutes. So I like laid down for 20 minutes, didn't even fall asleep. And then I had to go shower, and then I had to go, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. I thought 6 hours was a normal amount of time for a 40k game. What do you mean yapping isn't playing? I mean, I'm of the understanding, and this is like the other people I've played with. For people who are more familiar with the game and the rules, I'm not saying I'm one of them. Usually a 3-hour game, maybe a little longer than that, 3 to 4 hours. 6 hours is long. And when I say 3 to 4 hours, that's like a 2-player game. It's gonna be longer for a 4-person game, so I guess I'm not surprised it went that long. It was longer than I was anticipating, but yeah, let's see the game. So yeah, no, we took like 30-40 minutes to set up. It wasn't that long, but is it true that Lord Gilliman and your brain have a child? Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you, Nathaniel. I wouldn't tell you that. Yeah, some games can take 2 to 2.5 hours if the rules are well known. Yeah, if you have people who really know the rules and like it can go back and forth really quickly, it doesn't take it doesn't take as long. It just depends also like what size game you're playing. Are you doing 1,000 points? Are you doing 2,000 points? Like, what are you doing? I'm getting better with the rules. That was my 8th game since 3rd edition. You sound like a pro. You sound like a pro. Cause you were like, you were like on top of it. I'm still like trying to keep track of all my notes. I've played like 4 games, 5 games maybe. It's getting easier. I'm just trying to stick with like an army I like, so then I can get familiar with their rules. So yeah. My friends' games can take under 2 hours because they have nights. Yeah, well, yeah, that's gonna go much faster. We all Warhammer in our own ways for some reason. I'm good at absorbing rules. I'm slowly getting there. It's taking a little bit of time, but I'm getting there. I'm picking up on it faster and faster. And now less thinking about the rules and more of like strategy. I'm not particularly good at building lists. Like, I don't know what the best combinations are. I'm definitely not there, but I'm definitely better on the rules. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Owl. I'm glad you like the armor. It is, my day is going well. We're just chilling and hanging out. We were gonna play a tabletop game, but just didn't work out. I'm gonna have to go soon because I've got things, commitments that I've got to go take care of. yeah, definitely here in a second. But yeah. But yeah, that game was fun, and I can't wait to play next week. So I think we're gonna schedule it for Saturday or something. Things don't tell me there's also stuff, maybe. Who knows? Who knows what else that there will be. Oh my goodness. Again, the yawns. Anyways, I don't know. Were there any other questions that people had? Any other questions that people had? Because tomorrow we're gonna play Dawn of War, Dark Crusade. Gonna be fun. I'm in the middle of... I just defeated the Imperial Guard. And I'm gonna start taking out the Necrons or the Heretics. I think the Necrons because I want to protect my base. So I would like to destroy the Necrons. That is my plan. So I think I'm gonna go after them next. You know, I kind of think the Necrons are cool. If you don't think Necrons are cool, read the Twice Dead King books and you're like, dang, these guys are kind of sick. They're really cool. Why not Soulstorm? Because I'm not in the middle of playing Soulstorm right now. I haven't started it. I've just been playing that, like, Dark Crusade most recently. Maybe we'll play Soulstorm next. We'll see. Yeah, Infinite in the Divine is also fun, but really read the Twice Dead King. You'll really, like, I don't know, I really like the Necrons after those books. Yeah, I think the Necrons are pretty cool. I think they're like one of my favorite, Xenos races. Soulstorm isn't different from Dark Crusade, just 2 more armies. Okay, what is it? Sisters? And what's the other one? Drukhari, I'm assuming? Those are the only ones that I think I've heard get mentioned. Oh, Tau. Good point. Good point. Forgot about Tau. I forgot about Tau. So wait, so it's Tau and Drukhari? Or are sisters somewhere else? Or is that... Tau got introduced in Dark Crusade. Oh, yeah, and you're right. No, they did. Yeah, because I'm fighting them. I took their spaceport. Ha ha ha. And they keep trying to take back my other area. Okay, so then it is Sisters and Drukhari. Got it. Cool, 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 cool. So I was like, what other ones? And I was like, Tau. And I was like, oh... I've been kicking the crap out of them, so... They're really annoying. Their stealth suits are so irritating. But it's a good thing I like Servo Skulls. They're very, very cute. So, you know, I'm not too bothered that I have to build a Servo Skull every once in a while. My favorite little guys. Anyways. Oh, okay, guys, we will do a raid into my friend FroggyPhD. She's another Warhammer VTuber. It's her birthday. She's doing a birthday celebration this weekend, so go say hi to her. I'll probably lurk in her stream a little bit today and tomorrow because she's got lots of fun stuff planned. So yeah, just show her a lot of love. YouTube, I don't think I have anyone to raid. Raiding kind of sucks on the YouTube side. But yeah, that's the plan. So please be good. Tell her I say hi and wish her the biggest happy birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow, but she's been celebrating this whole weekend. So yeah. So thank you all for coming. Dawn of War tomorrow if you want to watch me play that, because I really enjoy it. Feel free to hop in. It's 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'll put the waiting room up for YouTube today. And do leg day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!